What up, y'all? This is the real big boss, Calvin 83. I just wanted to do this before I went to bed. I might do another reactionary video towards another hyena that y'all love to cape for. I don't trust none of these females on social media when they speak on issues of the BC, the black community, gender issues. I don't trust, and even if they mean well, I don't trust them because from personal experience, when I've talked to these lovely ladies, they was what I thought they were online did not match who they are when you talk to them, especially if you met them in person. Y'all gotta understand. With me, the way I am here, I am 1,000 times, I would say, better in real life. I actually, the way I am is how I am in real life, and I made a promise to myself. So I don't live no double life. You know what you know, and I will let you know what I want you to know. I don't do no code switching. That's never been who I am. Even before I became conscious and realized that I had to kill the inner raccoon in me. Because it was there. I might have been woke and conscious on certain things, but I had to fight that inner self-hating coon that I used to battle with. That was part of the shadow work. Because I didn't have a family that was about this type of time. They were about assimilation, Christianity, and worshiping the caves. Worshiping them caves, them folks. White is right. Pray to Jesus. Money over everything. A bunch of whole shit. I would just say this. I do love my family, but it's kind of when you are in this lonely path of B1, B123, whatever you want to go by, a black empowerment, you're by yourself. And if you speak on misandry, the anti-black misandry, you ain't got no damn body. The women hate you, and I actually do love it. I do actually love it, but the hate is so real, but you got a lot of simps you got to fight because you can't hold these heifers accountable, these hyenas. Now, when it comes to the accountability thing, you can't hold nobody accountable until you start holding yourself accountable. I don't care if you have children. If you can't hold yourself accountable, you can't hold your children accountable. If you don't have discipline yourself, you can't discipline your children or anybody. If you don't have pride, you don't expect. Chances are, if you don't have pride about yourself, if you don't have no values, integrity, a character, a strong character, you can't teach that. You can't teach that to nobody else, especially children. Instilling beliefs, you don't have that. If you don't have that yourself, don't expect nobody to listen to you. And discipline, what have you, and a code that you live by, because I live by a personal code. You know, and here's the thing. I'm more of a freedom person. I embrace the chaos. Y'all talk about structure all day. Man has been trying to give structure and has always failed. I'm like this. How about you embrace the chaos instead of trying to put rules and restrictions? Why don't you embrace nature for what the fuck it is? Freedom comes. You gotta let people have freedom, but the thing with missing is freedom comes responsibility. That's the true test of somebody who stands on revolution, stand on business. That's somebody who can be self-efficient, critical thinking. That's where real discipline comes in. That's where your values, before discipline, but you know what I'm saying? it may not be in the correct order, but you know what I'm saying. Your values, your beliefs, and then discipline. When you have freedom. And nobody's telling you what to do and all this other shit. Now, since we're going to talk about free will, it's funny how the B-Dubs got so much to say. Like this hyena. And I live in her city. I'm a transplant. I have never seen her in person, but I ain't have no interest in trying to talk to her. Too much baggage. High body count. She Keisha. Kiana equals Keisha. And yes, you're my favorite. You my favorite pinata, heifer. We're gonna talk about this video right. Boom! Here.
You black men that marry these white women. I'm trying to know y'all their property.
What? What are you talking about? What you talking about, Kiana? What is she talking about?
You black men that marry these white women. I'm trying to know y'all their property.
But, ma'am, why is it any of that your business? Y'all see black men the same way. And actually, I disagree. Now, this is why I and everybody else will disagree with you. There is some truth, but that's y'all. Y'all projecting. Y'all see the black man as property. You think you rule over him, and you want to dick police him, but you don't. But ma'am, you ain't married, so I don't understand why you even chiming in on somebody's business. If he wants to marry a white tea woman, let him be. Like y'all say, if you really stood on what you're saying, let him coon in peace if you think he's a coon. But I will argue you got a lot of black couples who are more coons than the ones who date outside the race and marry outside the race. More black people get together and they're the biggest coons. Do you have anything to say about that? What about Serena Williams? What about these black women who marry white tea men? Do you have the same energy? If you don't, then you need to shut the hell up. And not only that, you're a single mother. You goddamn sure shouldn't be talking. You ain't married. You're damn near 40 plus years old, ma'am. You're almost 40. You don't get this. Your time is gone. You got some pookie ass military reject hoe ass ninja living with you that you moved in. Why are you even speaking on the conversation is beyond me.
First, I know that. I'm gonna tell you how we know that y'all are their property. So, a white woman is not going viral on TikTok, saying I'm a white woman married to a black man with black children, because they love to say that. Like, oh my goodness, that's like the highlight of their fucking life, with black children. And we celebrate Juneteenth, and we celebrate Juneteenth as one, because we're all different colors, but...
Man, what the hell are you talking about? And I have the audio amplified so it can be clear. What the hell are you talking about? Really? For real? What are you talking about, ma'am? What are you talking about? You're muffled. You're mumbling. Damn. Hold on, there's more.
We are the same and some bullshit she was saying. And then she posts a picture of their wedding, a wedding photo.
Look, let me just say this. Whatever people do on social media, it is what it is. Why are you trying to speak? Why are you taking what somebody does, like a few people, of what they do on social media? Why are you trying to broadcast it like that's the majority? Ma'am, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Shut up. That's the problem. Start telling these women to shut up, gentlemen. Now, I can make you shut up, but but we're not talking about, because you're going to say something like, oh, you're talking about domestic violence. Do you know back in the day, a man can legally take off his belt and whoop his wife with a belt and a switch? Maybe we should go back to that. A man can slap the taste out your mouth and he doesn't go to jail. He could do that and the government will stay out of his business. Law enforcement will stay out of his business. Y'all don't want to talk about that. And I'm not saying that's what we should do, because I'm like this. If I got to do that, I'm out. Because it's not worth me putting hands on you. It has nothing to do with repercussions and dealing with legal issues or you being charged with a felony assault or something like that. Well, depending on what state you live in, it's just not worth the hassle. If I got to put hands on somebody to get them to fall in line, I already lost the battle. That's why a lot of these men are not talking to these American heifers, these hyenas like her. That's why she's mad.
Kissing him on the forehead, right?
And Kiana, why does that bother you? Talk to me. Why does that bother you, dude? Why does that bother you? Why does that bother you? Go sit down somewhere.
It's really wild to watch and witness because white women only marry y'all just so they can have a gotcha moment.
No. Let me ask you a question. The black men that you're speaking of, that you knew in your personal life, that you thought you were lame, that he was lame, boring, when he was on the come up, was you trying to talk to him? Well, no. Let's be real. When this dude was in process, even I know you, regardless of how you feel about Dr. Umar Johnson, it's neither here or there. You have other men who are about the community, about black empowerment, saying the same thing. You women do not, y'all want a finished product. The only reason why you're speaking on this, when they talk about black men who married a white woman, they're not talking about a blue-collar man, or a man who's a working class. They're not talking about a black man who's married to a so-called snow bunny in the hood. She's talking about a certain type of black men. They're like the very few that's in the top 10%, and they're making almost they're almost practically a millionaire, and they're living an affluent lifestyle. That's who she's talking about. She's not talking about your regular everyday Joe. So y'all gotta be specific on who you're speaking of, because if this black man was riding a bus and with his white tea woman, wife, what have you, would you be talking about this? If this man was driving a 30-year-old beat up Toyota Corolla, would you be criticizing him? And he worked at McDonald's, and he couldn't even afford to make a basic living, to live up to the standard of the cost of living, making like under $20 an hour. Would you be saying anything about, would you have a problem with the inter-ethnic relationships? Be honest with me. I'll even talk about the colorism. If this brother didn't have no money and he was what you call broke, even though you broke your damn self, and he was with a woman, I don't think you would give a damn. You're just talking about the brothers who got money and resources that y'all always ignore. And then when he becomes successful, you want to switch it up. Y'all should have seen that. I'm pretty sure you saw Michael B. Jordan call out his former classmate who was interviewing him. And I think about 3 years ago now. 3 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago. Corny kid, right? That's how a lot of you, majority of you black women are. Y'all don't want to deal with a brother when he's in process. You want a finished product, but your ass ain't a finished product. That's the problem. That's why we don't fuck with y'all when we got the cheese. That's why we don't fuck with y'all on no serious shit. That's why some of these men become savages, because y'all disrespected that black man. Y'all made fun of him. Y'all don't speak life into your men. You don't. You don't help your men. Portion of the resources home, get her an apartment, give her a house, give her property, inherit a home, give her a car. We don't get that. We have to get our shit out the mud. Buy her a car, co-sign her to have a car, make a down payment for a vehicle, help her with this. Oh, you're a single parent. Oh, you got to take care of your own thing. You got to figure it out. Oh, you can drop the kid off here. We don't have no damn help when we're trying to make something of ourselves. All the attention everybody pour in the black community, they pour into the girls, the females in the family. They don't help the men. Because if we give the man a car, we give him a place to stay, or help him get get him established, he's going to start cutting up. He's going to be out pumping it up. He's going to have women coming in and out of his apartment, out of his own house. He's going to be, he got that vehicle that we help get him or purchase from him. He out there going to be hollering at women all day. And I'm like, so what? So what? As long as he's doing what he's supposed to do, he's running through women. Let him sow his royal oats. You know what I'm saying? What's wrong with that? Y'all telling the females, hot girl summer. Oh, girl, go out and live it up. Yeah, have one night stands. Ruin your cooch. Just rack the bodies. And you're still valuable. No, you're not. There's a role. Y'all want this role reversal. Too many of you B-dubs got more smex partners than black men. This is why when y'all talk about the men need to be held accountable too, it's bullshit. Y'all talk about my body, my choice. I have the right to choose. I got reproductive rights. No, you don't have no say so. That's y'all. This hoe is backwards as hell.
With black women, I don't know. It's kind of like black men are a badge of honor.
No, ma'am. No. Because if that was the case, if a white teen woman being with a black man, if she really wanted to be in that uppity status, she would never deal with that black man. Why is that the question you should ask yourself, Kiana, divine truth, the divine lies teller? Kiana should ask herself, right? Why is it the white teen woman is willing to be disowned and risk not having generational wealth, be disowned from the will to be with that black man and leaving the sisterhood and the white tea supremacist? Why is she willing to throw all that away to be with a black man and love him and sacrifice herself, her dignity, and her identity of so-called whiteness just to carry his child and nurture him and take care of him? Why is she willing to do that, but you B-dubs don't want to do that? Y'all don't even lead the sisterhood, even though the sisterhood has failed y'all. Your grandmother's great-grandmother, and you're damn sure your mama failed you when it came to womanhood, when it came to being a wife. You're not trained to be a wife. You don't feel like you have to do anything. You should just get shit handed to you. That's the problem. Y'all are worse than these spoiled ass children. But see, a child, more women, I would argue that women, grown adult women, are spoiled more than spoiled children. I'd rather deal with a spoiled child because I feel like, okay, kids should be kids. Kids should be getting this and have a childhood, but not if you're an adult. She acts like a child. Arrested Development. She is, because she can't get her way. And y'all don't see the problem with these children. It's the toxic, narcissistic hyena mama, and she is the problem.
The imaginary Olympics or something like that. And it's like, look what I have. Look what I got. You see this?
Ma'am, they ain't fixed. Ma'am, Becky, so-called Becky, Samantha, Karen, she's living rent-free in your mind. And that's all in your imagination. Why are you so jealous? Because this sounds like you're jealous. You don't want to compete. You fought because you lost 100 pounds that you were entitled to a high value black man. Man, clock it. You dumb. You're not, no, we don't owe you anything. The black man don't owe you as the black woman anything. He don't owe you nothing. Just like you don't owe him nothing. Y'all say, don't approach us. No means no. But when we lay down the same rules on you, it's a problem. We don't want a single mother. We don't want a ready-made family. We want virgins. We want a woman of young, fertile age. Legal age and fertile age to start a family. Not no bust down like you. We don't want no late 30, 40-something-year-old woman who's stuck in her ways, and that's you. Got baggage, got children already, got a baby daddy who don't want to have nothing to do with you. Oh, I forgot. You're mad at the baby daddy. You the one who alienated the baby daddy from your son. That's the problem. We don't want to deal with that turmoil.
See this piece of property? Look how nice it is. Look how much land it is.
Bullshit. That's what you heifers do. Y'all love exploiting black men for their resources. You're the white tea supremacist right-hand man.
Look how beautiful it is. Look at this. Look.
Isn't that what y'all do when y'all like to show off your men? Like y'all act like dudes. A lot of you women in this day and time, y'all don't. I remember when I was coming up, y'all. Let me tell you this. I remember coming up in the 90s from the 80s. I'm an early 80s baby, right? I remember when women would always show off their man. Always show off their boyfriend. Always proudly show off their husband. This generation of women, she's a late millennial. But even so, the millennial women are so different. From the late Gen X to the millennials, especially Gen Z, but we're focused on the millennials. Millennial women from the late Gen X to the millennials, millennial women, they don't want you to know that they got a man. They want to act like they're still single. They refuse to show off their man. They want to hide the fact that they're married. They want to hide the fact that they got somebody. She still want to be out in the streets. A lot of these women are so ashamed to show off their men. Even if the man is well-to-do, no, she don't want to show no. She want to be out in public and still try to entice another man. She thinks see, this is her hypergamy. It's the retarded version of hypergamy. You know what I'm saying? These women want to be like these trash-ass dudes. Want to play the field. Want to experience a different body, which is unnatural. But you can't tell them nothing.
Look. 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 Look at this car. Look how beautiful it is. Y'all black men don't feel like that when y'all married them? You a piece of property, dude.
That's you. Why is it not any of your business? You're a single mother. You should not be talking. Your ass should have been off the market 20 years ago. But I can understand why you struggle trying to find a husband. You don't know when to shut the fuck up. Like, if y'all take her advice,
y'all be up here running y'all fucking mouth whole time. Y'all be ugly as hell.
She's talking about herself.
All you up here and people comments, running your fucking mouth with no videos and no pictures, be ugly as fuck.
And why are you even picking your teeth on camera? What is wrong with this heifer? What is wrong with you, hyena? But see, I'm in Durham. I'm in Durham County, North Carolina. The most ratchetest hyenas out here.
You probably stink in real life. Your teeth probably fucked up. You probably don't go to the
And why are you picking your teeth on camera though, ma'am? That is nasty as fuck. That is nasty work. What is wrong with these women?
dentist. Your mama probably don't claim you. You probably somewhere in a fucking rumor house with rats and roaches. Y'all be running y'all fucking mouth. Y'all be saying some out of pocket shit. Y'all be messaging me some out of pocket shit.
Like you ain't doing no dirt. Shut up.
And some of y'all do got videos, just a few pictures. And I see why you mad. I see why you be trolling people and be saying off the wall shit because you ugly. It ain't nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you
Get your passport, gentlemen. Get your passports. That's all I gotta say.
can do about it. Dr. Miami can't even save your ugly ass.
I'm looking at an ugly ass. You know what?
Now as for y'all women up here, y'all so mad at me because I'm coming at Umar Johnson. I bet you your ass is flat, bitch. Your mouth probably stink. Can't get a nigga to do nothing for you.
That's you. That's you. That's you right there.
Because if I was a nigga, y'all hoes be the last. Y'all be the last.
You see how masculine this woman is? No femininity. And if you want to take her advice, you're going to be miserable. Let's just say that. Y'all better stop taking their advice. I'm telling y'all.
If a man goes out his entire way to get your number, and then when he finally gets your number, he only texts you, ghost him.
Horrible advice.
That's just what it is. People that really want to get to know somebody, they will pick up the phone and have a constructive conversation with you.
Hold on. What are you talking about? The only reason why he probably texts because if he calls you at random, you could be doing something. That could be a problem. You could be at work. You could be doing something. So if somebody sends a text, you gotta explain specifically what you're talking about. If somebody shoots a text, maybe he's trying to ask if it's okay to call if this is a good time. Because I don't know what you're doing on the other end. So why would you even give that horrible advice? Again, where's your husband?
They have a conversation with you. They want to get to know you. Do not let men play these type of games. My advice is, if you really want to know if he's playing or not, text him back and say, I don't really prefer the text, but, if you want to get to know me, you can call me and see how the conversation goes from there. If it's not going anywhere and he's sounding like kind of dry after the conversation, ghost that nigga. Ghost him fast. It's crazy because this... Submit to them. I see why. You cannot even hold a conversation. Crazy because these are the same men that are claiming that women are not approachable and women...
You're not approachable. There's nothing approachable about you, heifer.
Won't submit to them. I see why.
And you are 2.0 hyena.
You cannot even hold a conversation.
Man, you could barely hold a goddamn conversation. We're not gonna play these games. Rude as hell, opinionated on shit she don't know nothing about, and a complete failure when it comes to seeking a husband. Don't know when to shut the fuck up. When was the last time a man told you to shut up and stop talking? Because I'm that dude.
Half these men cannot even hold a decent...
That's because you are a leftover ass hoe. You're damn near 30 plus. You're damn near 40 years old. 40 years old. That's why you don't have the options you have. You have trash because you're trash. You're a leftover trash. I know that hurts your feelings. I'm just coming from a place of love. If you was my daughter and you was moving like that, I would tell her the same thing. And it's coming from a place of love. Yes, the truth may hurt if you want to live a lie, but I'm telling you coming from a place of love so you can get out your own way.
Conversation outside of what you're doing. Why are you texting a woman around 10:30? What is she doing?
The same reason why you have to be texting a dude at 10 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night. What you doing? Oh, when you gonna come out and see me? Or can I pull up? The same reason why you heifers be doing that shit. Same reason. Y'all be texting dudes or calling dudes at 2 o'clock. I'm speaking from experience. You have women that will randomly text you early in the like 4 o'clock at night, 11 o'clock at night, talk about what you got going on. Hey, you want to come see me and all this stuff? And I'm like, aren't you? I thought y'all were afraid of men. I thought y'all fear men. I thought you feared men after dark. Giving your whole location, your whole address, where you stay at. So these women are a walking contradiction.
She's probably doing her skincare routine.
No, most of y'all ain't doing no skin routine. Stop it, Kiana. Stop it. The majority of B-dubs ain't doing their skin routine. Boom, 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 boom. They ain't
getting ready to go to bed to get up in the.
Who goes to bed at 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock a.m.? What the hell are you talking about? What person goes to bed at 10:30 in the morning, 11 a.m. in the morning? Huh?
Morning. Why are we doing this? Not only that, ladies, do not allow a man to just text you when he want to fucking text you. If that man go all day, like literally all day.
Man, what are you talking about? Seems to me that you need to call the brother if you don't want to be text. You need to say, hey, I'm available here. There. You don't have to text no more. Why are you making this shit complicated?
Without texting you, girl, bye. You better exit stage left. The average person, if you are not a old ass man in a damn rest home somewhere, and even they got their phones by 24/7, the average individual will have their phones on them 24/7. Don't let nobody play you, okay?
Yep. Nobody's playing you. We got a life too. What are you talking about? I'm telling y'all listen to her. You're gonna be just like her. Buy your dog and die alone. That's what you're gonna get. This is why Kevin Samuels shouldn't. I wish he didn't pass away, because y'all need Kevin Samuels, and I didn't agree with a lot of things that Kevin Samuels was saying, but you need Kevin Samuels. That's the only man that y'all will, because he was Metro and all this stuff, because y'all like feminized dudes. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying that's overall of the B-dubs. Y'all don't like masculine men unless it's when it comes to having smacks.
Got it? Roll with it. If a man...
Don't listen to her. This hyena is crazy.